Okay, here we go. Mini Monsters accessories making part 2. This time I'm going to be working on Dracky. Showing you this from when I found them at the estate sale so you know what state they were in when I got them. The first thing I did was I got Dracky some little shoes that would work on his feet. It's actually kind of hard because they're this weird in-between size. And then I'm lucky enough to have a friend who has a Dracky with his outfit. So they let me go over there and take a bunch of pictures and measurements of his little outfit. And I made sort of a rough pattern while I was there. But I'm the kind of girl that needs guidelines on my pattern paper to make a proper pattern. So I made a combination of the pattern I made at my friend's house and this pattern that I had made based off Wolfie's outfit, and kind of vivisected them together to make what I felt comfortable with working with. So here I'm kind of making my final pattern and double checking it against the other patterns that I had made to make sure like all of the seam lines were going to fit together properly and kind of like fold the right ways. I don't know, I'm really crazy when I make patterns. And then once I was done fine-tuning all of the pattern pieces, I cut them out, and luckily their fabric is just this really like nice weighted cotton, so that was fairly easy to find. So I wasn't feeling like crazy precious. If I messed up, I could go back and, you know, fine-tune the pattern, which was nice because I don't have a ton of experience making doll clothes like I do with making human clothes, but making doll clothes, it's a little different. Their bodies are a lot more rigid than a human one, and also so dang small, so any little like variation in the seams makes kind of a huge difference. I guess the margin for error is just a lot smaller on something so little. So here's all the pattern pieces cut out and ready to be sewn together. So I'm just gonna start piecing all these little pieces together. And I was really happy that I was able to see the real piece in person, because there's all these little, like on his front kind of lapel area where the buttons are, I thought that that was two different pieces, but really it's this like little fold and no extra seams, which is nice because it made it a lot less clunky when sewing it together, because then you have to put the collar on top of that. It's like this whole thing. So I was really happy I was able to see my friend's piece when putting these together. Here you can see where that little fold is. So yeah, there's tons of just little itty bitty details on this piece. So here we got the shirt done. I think he looks so cute. Oh my gosh. I had to place a special order for the buttons, and they were coming all the way from England, which kind of was crazy. I was so surprised it took that to get the right size button. And then I made his little shorts, totally perfect. So while I wait for the buttons to come, I'm gonna make his other little accessories. His little doctor headband and his stethoscope. Here's another little close-up of how it fits in his ears. So again, I was really happy to see that close up, but I kind of had to wing it for the headband. So I tried a couple different materials for the mirrored part. I have this faux leather, and then I also got this little mylar piece. So I made it out of both, and I liked the mylar better because the faux leather had this extra weird texture. I think this looks a lot more like it's supposed to look. And since I saw the stethoscope in person, it's literally just wires. So I decided to use these old ones that I had because they felt literally the same and were the same gauge. And would you look at that? Dude, it turned out perfect. Like, I know the headband is a little silly, but that's exactly what it looks like from the factory. Oh, and I finished that just in time for the buttons to come. Yay, teeny tiny itty bitty baby buttons. So I sewed those on, and look, again, like I felt like maybe the headband was too big and like I was using funny materials, but I swear like I cross-referenced this with other, like all my reference photos, and I swear this is like the same as it would have been from the factory. And I'm just so happy because again, there's literally no way I would ever find these pieces, and I'm just so glad to be able to complete something that I found at an estate sale, like a super rare toy. And I'm so pleased with how his outfit came out. Like, it's so cute, and I'm so thankful to my friend for letting me get the measurements from her. So yeah, here are the two babies together. Oh my gosh, they've come such a long way, and I'm just so happy. I think I said this in my last video, but I'm not usually a repro person, but I may be shifting teams with this. Like, I love it.